And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another movie review, and today, finally getting around to reviewing Kung Fu Panda. Yes, we just did a Kung Fu Panda marathon of the four movies that have been released at this point. And, first Kung Fu Panda came out in 2008, and I watched it a lot. And I felt like I'd already reviewed it, but I guess I didn't. Oh well. I have it on DVD, but we watched it on Peacock as well, so. And of course, like I said, we did a marathon, so the other movies are going to get their own reviews very soon as well. But first, as for this movie, I got a lot of thoughts on it. Let's just jump right into it, shall we? First off, the cast is pretty crazy, dude. Jack Black obviously plays Poe, but they also have Seth Rogen as Mantis and David Cross as Crane. Damn, dude, what the fuck? I didn't notice. I didn't know about the last two. Um, till just recently when we were watching the movies. That's pretty wild, honestly. But it's another banger from Jack Black, especially. He puts on a great performance. I'll say right now, he puts on a great performance through all four movies. Just have to say that right off the bat. But, so just, get that out of the way. Great one here, though, as well. I also like the line, my tendies. Okay. Cool. I really relate to Poe, though, as well. We're both fat, and he likes to eat dumplings, and I've had dumplings, I think. The dumplings in this movie look great, though, and the noodles look great, too. The food looks amazing throughout this entire film. I wanted to chow down on some of those dumplings, some of those noodles. They looked amazing. And, don't watch this movie when you're hungry, is basically what I'd say. Even though I said that Jack Black, Seth Rogen, all those other characters in this movie, the best character, without a doubt, is Master Oogway. He just says a lot of out there and crazy, lines, and also there's many points which I didn't really realize when I was a kid, but, there's a lot of points where you can just tell he doesn't give a fuck about what's starting, with the plot and what's going on with these movies, and it's kind of crazy. It sucks that he just dies halfway through the movie. But I guess that's just what happens sometimes. I don't know. But he's by far the best character in the movie. And, it's pretty awesome. Pretty quick. Pretty cool. There's a lot of sexual tension as well, if you kind of read between the lines. And also some lines that if you replace some of the words, they would easily be racist. And that is kind of wild what they were able to do in 2008 at DreamWorks. Just if you rewatch the movie, you see a lot of times when they just call him a panda, you replace that with something else, or some other lines that could, be racist. Obviously, I don't think that's what they were intending to do, but, looking in through that lens, it's kind of weird. I also really don't like that a lot of the combat strategy in this movie, and this goes for all four movies as well, by the way. There's a lot of property destruction. A lot of property destruction. And personally, I don't think that's really necessary. There's a lot of times where just, they're just climbing on stuff and the stuff just breaks. And it doesn't really do anything except minorly inconvenience the characters for a split second. And I feel like, that's part on the writers and also just kind of part on what they were going for. Because why does everything have to break? I mean, obviously, there's some points where obviously it makes sense that some of the stuff breaks, but as you go through all the movies, you're like, damn, there's a lot of property destruction. I would have to say through all four movies that, this movie especially, I think there's at least $15 million in property damage. Probably more than that, honestly. 15 million is probably a short estimate, I would say. I also have to say that the movie still looks really amazing. There's some great cinematography in this movie. The animation still looks really, really good. There's some great transitions. There's some great effects that they pull off here with the animation. It still looks amazing. It still looks really, really good. And it's very appeasing to watch. And that's another thing that stays constant through the four movies is the cinematography. It's great. And the final battle is excellent. The final battle is excellent because of the cinematography, but also because Tai Lung is a great enemy. He's a great villain. He's intimidating. He's down. To me, he's by far the best villain out of all four of the movies, because he doesn't really have any crazy supernatural powers. He just is, a high-level student turned enemy within the village, and they just roll with it, which I think is great. And it really helps, again, set up the final battle, which I think was really funny. There were some great effects, some great comedy moments, and kind of just, how it ended and wrapping everything together was just great. And this is obviously a great movie. Cannot distract from the fact how great this movie is. Even looking back at it now, having just watched it again, it still holds up. I really, really love watching this movie, and it's one of my favorite out of the DreamWorks era. So my final score for it, for Kung Fu Panda, I would have to give it a good 8. No, I'll give it a 9. I'll give it a 9. That's 8. I'm giving it an 8. I really want to bring it to a 9, but I just can't. I gotta leave it at an 8. So, but still a really good movie. If you somehow haven't seen it, get on that. Go watch it. It's great. But if you have watched it, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comments section down below. And otherwise, though, that's going to do it for this review. So stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more movie reviews, including the other Kung Fu Panda movies in the franchise. And until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.